What is going on, everybody? And we'd like to welcome you back to another episode of the Sport Your Enthusiasm podcast. I am your humble host, Bryce Benjamin, along with my co-host today, Ed Jesse. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? You know, I'm good. Got my gallon jug of ice cold water over here. I'm ready.
There you go. He's following the moniker, man. He's drinking more water. We live what we say. I'm a little bit tired today. Sorry if I'm sounding a little out of it, but just woke up. But we're going to get through it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to make it.
Got an excellent show for you guys today. Going to discuss a little bit of NFL talk. Kyler Murray fully committing to the NFL. A couple of free agency moves that happened in the NFL as well. Kareem Hunt signed with the Browns. Antonio Brown officially requesting a trade from the Steelers. So we're going to get into that a little bit. All-Star Weekend. This upcoming weekend, definitely want to get into that as well, and give our picks for the skills challenge, 3-point challenge, dunk contest, and of course the NBA All-Star game itself on Sunday. And I feel like we haven't talked NCAA basketball in a while, so definitely wanted to dive into that a little bit. But let's go ahead and kick it off with the NFL. I want to start off with the Kareem Hunt signing, if you don't mind. So, for those who are following, yesterday, which would be 2/12, the Cleveland Browns decided to go ahead and give former star running back of the Kansas City Chiefs, Kareem Hunt, a 1-year deal. I didn't see the money for it. I'm assuming that it's like a 1-year deal, probably like veterans minimum. But after what happened with the controversial video of him getting into an altercation with a young lady, he was cut by the Kansas City Chiefs in November after the video surfaced, which happened in like February of that year or something, of last year. Anywho, he got cut by the Kansas City Chiefs and then was placed on the commissioner exempt list. So he's still not eligible to play right now, but Cleveland decided to go ahead and sign him, sign the talented running back to a 1-year deal. What's your thoughts on that, Ed?
Well, me personally, I feel like he shouldn't be on the roster right now. That's just my personal opinion of it. I mean, Ray Rice knocked out homegirl, ended up marrying her like 2 weeks later, got reinstated. I say like, what was it, like a year later, and then no one signed him. He was still under 30. I think he just came off a 1,000-yard year or something close to it. I don't know. Oh no, he was butt at that time.
Ray Rice had a down year, injuries and everything, but he had a really down year.
Well, Ray Rice was alright though, but you know, that's just like one thing. I mean, like, I don't know. It's weird how they draw these kind of gray areas on like, oh well, this is bad because of, you know, video, or this is bad because of this. Like the Reuben Foster thing. He got caught up, he got released, and then he got signed like, what was it, like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks or a month later or something. I mean, like, I'm not sure what the stance is exactly on abuse towards spousals or women from these athletes. I just feel like the punishment isn't severe enough that that justifies what's going on. I feel like that's kind of a little bit of a bigger issue, but what's done is done, and it's a very, very solid move for Cleveland if he gets reinstated before the week 1. They'll have a old school thunder and lightning type joint going on, but Nick Chubb ain't really slow. He's got thunder with a little bit of lightning. That boy Kareem Hunt is just pure lightning. So it's like, I feel like kind of that Chris Johnson and what was the other dude name? Something White, that running back that they had.
Lindell White.
Yeah, I feel that, but like a way upgraded version of Lindell White. So I love that duo in the backfield if they're able to play together, depending on the rest of the investigation by the NFL.
when I first seen it, I had a couple of different reactions to it. I'm not surprised that he was able to get onto a NFL team so quickly. The Kareem Hunt was released. He's literally was in his second year as a starter. His rookie season, he led the league in rushing with over 1,300 yards, and then also had about 8 touchdowns in Kansas City last year. And then in this year, again, he was putting up great stats. He had going on another 1,000-yard season, had 7 rushing touchdowns and 7 receiving touchdowns. So in terms of like just pure overall talent, he's a top 3, top 5 running back in this league. For him, like, I'm not surprised that he got signed even though he had the domestic violence case going against him. The video surfaced. I don't think any charges was brought up against him. And, he apologized to the woman several times. And, ever since the video surfaced, and he's been going about it the right way of, making necessary apologies. And now what he did, that is not justified. You watched it. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, so you see the video, and the woman strikes him, and they got into the whole altercation. And everybody's in the hallway, and they obviously they're inebriated with what's going on and everything like that. Whatever substance they're using, alcohol or whatever. But I always say that as an NFL player, you always got eyes on you. And you just can't put yourself in those situations. You can't have yourself in those situations. So he did what he did. He's paying. He paid the toll. What's the word I'm looking for? He's paying the price for it. He got cut by the Kansas City Chiefs literally during one of the best seasons from running back in the NFL. So, and then missed a chance to go to the AFC Championship game and blase.
Mm-hmm. But they cut him because he actually lied about what happened, and then when the video surfaced, that's not what he told them happened.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense,
and that's why he was released. Really,
yeah, it makes sense. But all right, but yeah, in terms of him getting signed, and I'm not surprised. He's a talented running back. He hasn't even reached his prime yet. The dude is only 23 years old and been in the league for 2 years. This will be going into his 3rd season, so a team is definitely going to take a chance on it, and yeah, it just shows that's how the NFL teams operate in the NFL. Like domestic violence cases, you got Reuben Foster, who had 2 of them, but they have been dropped. Both of Reuben Foster's cases have been dropped, but something that the dude keeps getting involved in these situations. You got to kind of raise your eyebrows at it, but he's a talented linebacker. He's going to get signed. With this Kareem Hunt case, you've had cases in the NFL where players are being under the microscope for rape, i.e. Ben Roethlisberger. You had people literally get into accidents and kill other individuals. I remember
Marshawn, right?
Marshawn.
Didn't Marshawn Lynch do that hit and run?
No, I don't think.
Who was that? What running back was
Lynch.
that from here? That was Travis Henry, right?
Possibly. I don't remember Travis Henry. I do remember Dante Stallworth. Getting into a car accident and killing having somebody died in the accident. He still got signed to an NFL contract. And way back, Greg Little got into a car accident and wound up killing somebody, and he still got signed. So it just goes to show, like, if you're a talented player in the NFL, you're going to get, and you still got juice to give. You're going to get second and third chances. Based on your production level, and also based on what future production you're going to be able to give to this team. Now, I myself, I do believe in second chances, and hopefully Kareem Hunt has corrected his wrongs and can get past this and can be a productive player still in the NFL, which he's still young, and hopefully he got his shit together. So that's one thing. That's one thing I don't condone, putting your hands on a woman, unless your life is literally in danger. Then okay, but you, especially as an NFL running back, man, you gotta remove yourself from the situation. But anywho, moving on from that shit. I think it's if he can get on the field, because he's on the commissioner exempt list, so he's not eligible to play yet.
Not yet.
And even into the season, we'll see how long this takes with the investigation and whatnot, and how Roger Goodell feels what should happen. But he might sit out 6, 12, maybe even the whole season.
Yeah,
like remember, like you said, what happened with Ray Rice? He sat out, and he was on the exempt list for like a whole year.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
Yeah, like Ray Rice is on the exemption list for the whole year, and then got off of it and still didn't get signed, because at that point he's on the downside of his career. Came off a bad season with the Ravens, and that's how it be. But if he can get on the field this year, I think it's definitely a nice pickup for Cleveland. By the way, the GM that for Cleveland, John Dorsey, he's the GM that drafted him in Kansas City, so that's the connection there. So they know the talent. You got a talented running back. He's a top 5 running back right now, and you're able to get him on a cheap deal and take a chance on him. And you're the Browns. Like you've been one of the worst, probably the worst franchise in the NFL over the last 20, 25 years. So this is something that you have to get the fan base excited for something besides Baker Mayfield, who played excellent last season, and they're moving in that direction where the Browns are looking to become contenders and not pretenders. So. We'll see. We'll see if he can get on the field, if he can make a difference for Cleveland, which if he can, I agree with you. I think that 1-2 combination between him and what's the other running back name?
Nick Chubb.
And they also got my man Duke Johnson, who's a very good running back.
But he'll be completely irrelevant if Kareem Hunt is playing that role.
Yeah, I don't want to say irrelevant, because I think he could still have a role.
For what?
I think he'll still be one of those guys that if you put him in the backfield with Kareem Hunt, he could still catch another option to catch balls out of the backfield. Yeah, you could look at it as a two-headed monster. I think they'll use all three, sort of like what New England does. They use 3 running backs, so we'll see. I think Cleveland, that's a good signing if he can get back on the field, and hopefully Kareem Hunt, like I said, got his shit together with that whole thing. So
I hope so.
Yeah. Other news in the NFL. Kyler Murray. Actually, let's stick with the free agency signing. So, for those who haven't heard, also, Eric Reed, the safety from the Carolina Panthers, was re-signed to a 3-year, $22 million deal, and incentives actually push it to $24 million, $10 million in guarantees. Now, the reason why I brought this up, to me, this is huge, because Eric Reed was one of those players that, along with Kaepernick, that pretty much was like blackballed from the NFL for a while. And actually, you know what? I wanted to bring up Kaepernick. It's kind of crazy because Max Kellerman mentioned this, how, you got people that like commit like actual crimes that you've seen, even though charges may be dropped, or, you've seen video evidence, and still get opportunities. And then Kaepernick's a guy who did a peaceful protest in the NFL to bring up social injustice and police brutality amongst people of color, and he literally gets blackballed from the NFL. To me, that's fucking ridiculous. But anyways, Eric Reed getting another got signed by the Panthers last season, played very well, and then actually got another contract and got rewarded pretty heavily here. So I love this news myself. I'm not sure if you have anything to comment on it.
I mean, it was a smart signing. I mean, he's still a good player.
Yeah, he's still an excellent player.
At the end of the day, I mean, I know for him, he still needs money. I mean, he ain't getting the money that Cap's getting outside of football. So I'm happy that he even though he still did bring up some stuff throughout the year here and there. I'm glad that the team is still able to give him a chance to play the game that he loves. So that's good that, although it's not as, the stuff he might be saying might not be as quote unquote potent or outreaching as what they did before, he still is getting his message out there while being able to play the game he loves. So yeah, kudos to Eric Reed, man.
Yeah, I love